What do you say, Hayley Beth? Let me see if I can get this configured the way I want it before we do anything too crazy. Yeah, that's what we want. Fluid grid. All right. How are you, Hayley? Good to see you. Good to see you. First one in. I like that. Good job. Good job. That's some pretty good ideas there, Hayley. I like them. I started a little bit early just to kind of get things going a little bit before we start. Hey, Rebecca, how are you doing? Man, I hope you're doing okay, Rebecca. Thank you, love. Hope you're doing all right. Severed Art in the house. Good to see you, Severed. There's some Severed Art right there. What's happening, Severed? Good to see you. Good to see you. We got Hayley Mae on tonight. I was just starting a little early. Did a little promo. Did all the things just to see what difference it might make. Hey, Rachel, what is happening? How are you doing? Good to see you. What's up, Mike? How you doing, man? Appreciate you popping in. Good evening. Good evening. Thank you, Sever. Appreciate the heart, me. Thank you, my friend. Ash Man from Glendale is in the hizzy, y'all. Let me see if I can snatch him out of the interwebs out there. Hey, Chris. How are you doing?
Hey there, man.
What's happening, Ash Man?
Not much, dude.
I got an echo of myself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's weird. Let me see. Maybe that helped?
Did it?
Nope. It didn't. That's going to be
weird. I
weird.
can pop out and come back in.
Can we do that?
Yeah.
Let's try that, yeah. Homegrown, what is happening? Crimson, how you doing? So what's going on in my ear is about the time I get finished saying a word, it happens in my ear. Chipster. So we're going to try that one more time, and if it doesn't work, we will just deal with it.
Hey there, is that any better?
Let me see. Nope. Because you can't hear it?
No, I can't.
So when I say you still can't hear it, as soon as I get done speaking, it says it again.
Let me unplug my mic and see if it fixes it.
I'm wondering. Nope, it's still doing it. I'm wondering if it's because I changed the settings when I was doing the TikTok studios.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. TikTok. It's okay. Let me grab Hayley Beth. Let's see here. Could somebody please send Hayley Beth up? I tried to snatch her up. It won't. There we go. All right. Let's see if hers echoes. I don't think it matters.
Before I start,
hold on, Hayley. Let me finish what I was saying. As long as the folks in the crowd, in the audience, don't have an echo, it doesn't matter. I can deal with it. So if you don't hear an echo, they probably don't hear an echo.
They can hear it.
Y'all also hear an echo? Okay, that's not good.
Hold on a second. How about now?
Let me see. No, it's still there.
Okay, then it's not my equipment.
Yeah. Let me see here. I don't. Let's try remove background noise. Did that help? Yeah, it seems like there's a filter on. That might be better though. I was able to turn down the background noise, and I don't hear it anymore.
I can't do the green screen sticker that I was going to, but
okay, that worked. Okay, cool. I just turned down the background noise. It's that other mic. Okay, cool. Better now? Everybody's good? Sound is good, Hayley? Can you hear me okay? No echo?
Nope.
All right. Everybody in the chat good? That worked? All right. Look at that. Look
Nice.
at that. Look at that.
Nice.
Okay, Hayley, let me tell you something. You did a good job last week. I appreciate it. And you had some good ideas that we're going to talk about this week. So keep up the good work. Don't be slacking. If you're slacking, we're going to get on your butt again. All right, you ready?
Yes.
Ready, set, go. Get him, Hayley.
Hi. Welcome to the Ginn Project Show. My name is Hayley Beth, and I'm the owner of Hayley.art. I'm a diamond dot artist. I have a show every Friday night at 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tonight, the featured artist is Hayley Mae Art. Let's start the show again.
Thank you, Hayley
Nice.
Beth. That's a good job. What do you think, Ash, man?
That was nice. Great job.
I like
Hayley.
this. I like this. Good job, Hayley.
Hey.
Ash, she also, if somebody could, now that she did a good job, throw Hayley, get her out of here. Throw her out of here.
Go away.
Thank you, Hayley. She has a show every Friday night at 6 o'clock Eastern Time, Hayley.art show, where she does diamond art, and she is working on some concepts, some games, and some other ideas, maybe collaborative kind of stuff with artists that'll keep your attention and get you to come hang out with her. So good job, Hayley Beth. I like, man, she suggested that we do a show about pricing art because she was
Nice.
having a difficult time figuring out how to price her art. And I hear that almost every day
yeah.
from artists. So maybe we should do a show and get Kira to come back in here, and you and Kira kind of go do a breakdown for us on how to, like, some strategies that you can use, some do's and don'ts of pricing your artwork. What do you think? I thought that was a really good idea.
Great
man.
idea. Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna do that. The next Ginn Project show that we do a panel discussion. The panel discussion is going to be pricing your art, because Hayley Beth came up with a damn good idea. I like that. How are you doing, my friend?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing great, actually. I got
You look good.
I got my new coffee-free laptop in. For those that don't know, I ruined my laptop by pouring coffee on it on accident. So I got a new one in. And it's
No
up,
bueno.
away, and I have a sippy cup now. So that I will not have any more accidents.
That's why you always see me in the shop drinking out of not cups, but anything with a lid on it, for real,
Yep.
man. I don't bring stuff down here that I can spill.
Oh, yeah.
I still do. I mean, you leave it you set it down without a lid on it, and it turns over, then you spilled it. But you got a lot better chance if there's a lid on it.
Oh, yeah.
Hey everybody, let me say hey to Spanky. Thank you for the follow back after the show. Always do. Hey Betty Jean, good to see you. Hayley Beth, hell of a job. Good job this week and last week, Hayley Beth. I'm proud of you. Good job. Homegrown, good to see you. Chip 76. I got some happy mail from Chip this week. I'm gonna show y'all. Stained Glass Mark, good to see you, man. Oh, if you're still in here, good to see you, brother. Hope you're doing all right. Severed Art, good to see you. She's got some awesome stuff going on. Rebecca, very good to see you. Thank you for stopping in, my friend. What do you mean? We got Eve's Artistry in here. I thought she'd be over there with MC and that Coach Abel guy. Both really good fellows, I might say. We're gonna get MC on here again in the next month or two, and we're gonna we're gonna have to revisit Coach and his crazy galactic guitar and see what's going on over there. Hope everybody. We got Hayley Mae Art tonight. Absolutely love this artist. She's an amazing person. I'm really fortunate that I had the opportunity to speak with her. She comes very highly recommended, and they were right. She is the real deal. So I'm really looking forward to this one, man. And again, this is the quintessential artist, right, for this type of show. She works, to help out. We got to pay bills and all that. And the more traction she can get with her artwork, the less she's got to do of the other work. Like many artists, that's a lot of our friends are in that same kind of world.
Yeah.
So this is the perfect artist for this community to get behind and support. Hey, Brandy, hope you're doing all right. So I'm looking forward to talking to her. I think y'all are going to absolutely love her. She's good people. So we've been working on doing. We did all the lives this week that we needed to do to supposedly unlock the things on the TikTok studio. We've been putting some work into that. We're going to start trying to bring our lives to you from TikTok studios. And that will let us do some special other little things we got coming for y'all. So hopefully you'll check us out during our flow states once we get all that rolling. And appreciate everybody coming in and supporting the show and supporting the folks that we interview on here. So, Ash, what you been up to, man?
I have been busy. I've been busy with my cult that I'm creating. So there's that.
I got the entry pack a while back over at Ashman's Basic Art Store, and I also went on there last night while I was hanging out with you and picked up a couple shirts. I got a piggy bank. I'm gonna save my pennies and get a hat eventually, but I picked up a couple shirts. I got the one with the sneaky cat, of course, because that's gonna be on the guitars, man. I mean, I gotta have one. I'm gonna eventually have that on a hat for sure.
Nice.
But also, I got man. I love the zombie cupcake.
It is a lot of fun. I love drawing that one. That was a lot of fun to do.
I don't know why I like it. It's not normally something that would be my thing. You know me well enough to know that, but it's just you put this flavor on it, man. You just put this style on it that I just love it, man. It's great. He just threw up some chips. I mean, oh my God, man. I think it had a candy corn in there, didn't it?
It did.
One of the things that it threw up was a candy corn. Are you kidding me?
It's hard to keep that down.
I know that Eve's Artistry on Monday nights, they have a song, and her and MC and Coach get together and they paint. What was the song this week?
Time in a Bottle.
Time in a Bottle by Ginn Project, right? Yeah. So I haven't seen it yet. It's been a little weird around here lately, but if you get a chance, go check it out because I'm sure they're awesome. But MC, Coach Abel, and Eve are all incredible artists, and Eve is one of the artists that has a line of guitars with us. That's her artwork right there. And you can go to Eve's Artistry that web place that we're not allowed to say, and she's got cool stuff there. And she's got don't you have some collaborative work coming out eventually with Eve?
Do. We're going to be we're going to be doing some of the cartoon characters on top of the backgrounds that she's created. So it'll be a lot of fun. She did them in acrylic. I'm going to do them in oil on top. And they're gonna look great. They're gonna have the two worlds come together, so it'll be a lot of fun.
I'm looking forward to that, man, because those are cool. She did these cool scenes, man, and cowboys in there. Come on, man, come on.
He is.
It's awesome, man. I got some. Our buddy Chip, he's always in the background back there lurking, helping us out. I got some happy mail from our guy Chip this week, so
nice.
let's see what we got in here, man. I think you might like a couple of these.
I'm sure.
Now, realizing of course nobody likes Chip, nobody at all, nobody on the whole planet. Except for me and Ash. We're the only two people in the whole world that I'm teasing.
We're the holdouts.
We're the holdouts. We're pro-Chip. So, as you know, I live up here in Western North Carolina. So here's an image of one of those covered bridges that I was talking about a few shows back, where they used to have to throw snow up under these. If you can imagine, if you're moving stuff around in the wintertime with sleds, and you got a covered bridge, there's no snow on the bridge, so you got to throw snow up on there so you don't tear it up. So, yeah, forget that guy. Here's a beautiful, beautiful shot.
That's
the reason I like pictures of flowers is you can decide which way it's supposed to go. I always kind of like that about flowers. Here's our dude right here.
Oh yeah, you're mirrored.
I'm sorry about that, guys. I am mirrored. I just could see that just now. All right, let's try that. There we go. Am I still mirrored?
No,
I'm good. Okay.
Yeah, you're good.
There you go. There's the guy right there. That's him. And I like this especially. And Ash, you're gonna laugh at me. Eve's gonna laugh at me too. But I like this one, and it's abstract art.
Oh,
and you've got it on. You've got it on tape now.
Yeah, I'm gonna use that. I'm a mod. I could clip that.
Absolutely.
That's cool.
I do like it. So thank you, Chipster. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. And it was indeed Happy Mail.
Nice.
Thank you, man. Thank you, Chipster. That was awesome, man. Makes me smile, bro. Good stuff. We'll get this abstract art up here somewhere, I guess.
You love it.
Also, look for some stuff coming out before too long from Ashman involving Dr. Lingus. That's all I can tell you. Just be looking for some stuff he's been working on. Yes, I do love it, Eve. I do love it. So, Ash.
Yes, sir.
What you think, man? What's good? What would you like to share with us?
I'd like to share that tomorrow I have a podcast that we do every Wednesday at 4 o'clock Arizona time, 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and I do that with Eve's Artistry. And we talk about various subjects. We still don't know what we're going to talk about yet. We never do. Maybe a couple hours before, so it's kind of impromptu, and we don't overthink things. So it's a lot of fun. We never know where we're heading. I think that's kind of the fun thing. We go off road. So you never know. You never know.
Well, off road is that's a good way to put it.
That's a good way.
I can get behind that. I can get behind that characterization.
Yeah.
Well, I have heard your podcast, and I'm biased. I tend to like it. You also have a site out there, and I dig it, man. It's cool. It's got artwork. It's got links. It's got some stuff like this, which I love these.
Oh yeah, those are a lot of fun.
I have them on the back of my laptop. I have the Ashman collection up here, and this is S3E7 Artistries over there, and we got some Matty Pace rolling.
Nice.
And S3E7 has some similar stuff, so go out there and check out what folks have been working on, what they got going. I love it, man. I'm always inspired. Every time I turn around, one of you guys got something new you came out with. Something happening.
Got my regular podcast, which is Genteel Poverty, and that's on any place that except
that one
we can't say it.
That one place we can't say.
That's okay.
But they're lucky we can't say it.
Exactly.
Because we would if we could.
Exactly.
But it's not that important, so so we don't.
So if you want to see what I've been up to, you can go to my what do we say now to get around things?
Ashman's Basic Art Store, which is out there on the interwebs at them you know what's.
And then you can go to my profile and look at my Linky Wink in there.
The red light hadn't gone off yet. We hadn't got one yet.
Nice.
We have not got one yet. All right, man. Okay, look at that. We're rolling. All right, that was a test run. We were hoping like heck we didn't get a restriction before the guest came on. Then we just had to shut the live down and wait 10 minutes and start it back up before we bring her in. Oh man.
I've been testing that one out for like a week, so I haven't gotten hit yet.
We got to beta test it. Dirty 530, how are you, my brother? Good to see you, Dirty. Good to see you, man. Thank you for stopping in. If you're not familiar with Dirty 530, go check out Dirty 530. There's a piece right over there on the wall. He did of me. He's a good dude. I like Dirty 530.
Oh yeah.
All this. I heard that. Hey, thank you for the follow, Carol. Please follow Ashman as well. He's the co-host of the show, and we follow back afterwards. We'll follow you back. Is Laura in here because filtering's going on? We're getting filtered.
Oh, no.
Now we're talking. Now we're getting there. Somebody must have said something uncommunity standard like. Y'all, we are trying to figure out the changes ourselves. We're trying to do it with a sense of humor so we don't break stuff. Ash got frustrated and poured a whole damn thing of coffee in his laptop. So
it had it coming. It knew what it did.
It knows what it did. Man. So we've been working over here at the Ginn Project. This is the guitar that I'm going to be sending to Ash very, very soon. It is starting to be sanded and pretty, and the lines are missing on it now. And you can see the wood grain stuff that's going on. So the guitar behind me, the original one that has that streak through it, that's where the tree got damaged. That came from a friend of mine's property, and he's older than me, so he remembers when the tree got damaged. But this particular guitar, that damaged area, you can see that line runs, it's very faint, but it runs right through that side of the guitar. And this is that anomaly you can see as it disappears and reappears in the guitar. And then it reappears again. So anyway, the wood nerd in me, and then the grains, all the swirliness of the grains going on. So the wood nerd in me. Yes. The wood nerd in me is digging what it's starting to look like, man, with a little bit of TLC. It was sitting there in a raw form, and it hadn't had the TLC part of, you round over the edges and sand a little and touch up here, and now we're starting to get somewhere, man.
It's pretty.
And we've been working on trying to figure out the finish that we're going to put over S.A. S.A. painted this guitar.
Oh, yeah.
And it's acrylic paint, and we've got to put a finish over it, right? And that is more complicated than it seems like. It is an ongoing problem in the guitar world of how to do that because of the nature of the use of guitars, and they move around, and temperature changes and expansions and contractions and chemistry and all of that stuff that smarter people than me have figured out. That interface between the paint and whatever clear coat you're going to put over it is critical and dangerous because fraught with danger, because the paint naturally wants to separate from the clear. So at any rate, especially in the conditions over the years that we were talking about. So Hayley Mae resin is an option, but it also has its problems and limitations. Some of which has to do with you need an environment that there's not a lot of dust in the air, and my shop is in my basement, and I do have a bunch of fans and stuff, but it isn't that's part of the reason I don't do river. Well, that's a whole different story, but we'll talk about that one day too. Yeah. But Yes, resin is an option, but it has its drawbacks as well. For example, like the old school stuff that you would paint, that you would clear coat guitars with, nitrocellulose, it ambers over time. It naturally ambers, as you know, Ash. So if you got artwork on a guitar, you don't want to put something on it that in 20 years is going to be yellow. You want it to still be clear in 20 years so you can see the artwork. You also don't want the pigments in the paint to break down from like the UV light. So because in 20 years, what was a multicolored painting will have like 2 or 3 colors left in it. And it won't look right. So, well, Dirty, that's the other one. That's the other option that we are exploring, is the same clear coat that you would use for an automobile. And yes, Dirty, that is very, very thoughtful of you, because some guitar makers do in fact do that. They use the same process as if you were painting a car, except you're painting wood, and they just do the prep work on the wood. This is a little bit different, because when you lay down paint on a car, it all lays flat. And when you actually paint an image with paint, it doesn't lay flat. There is an amount of raise. So you've got to build it up past the highest point on the art piece. And then you've got to build it up with something that stays clear. And if you don't want it to be super shiny, then you got to go over that with something that's like a semi-gloss. So there's like multi-layers and similar. You're right though, man. It's similar to an automobile. Right, Dirty. Yeah. Yep. 100%. Automotive clear is definitely, and I think I'm leaning that way actually more than the nitrocellulose. So every once in a while we might want to do something like that for old school application, but even the new stuff, they have new stuff that doesn't yellow. So we can't go that route and it doesn't yellow, but there's still some limitations with it. Each of the 3 major ways that it's done, each have limitations within themselves. So anyway, that's what we've been working on, is trying to figure out exactly which process we want to use so we can do it consistently and well, and use the right products that will go together. For example, you could put, a lacquer or something over that paint, and then it melts the paint, and now the image is distorted. So there's another problem.
Yeah. Nothing like painting everything and then watching it just dissolve.
Dissolve. It just melt away. And then I'm going to have some explaining to do to S.A. Artistries. And we all know that I don't want to go explain anything to S.A.
No.
She ain't trying to hear that. She wants results, not excuses. Yeah, Dirty. Sure do. Yep. Yeah. Part of the limitation there, Dirty, is the same one as the other, is facilities. Spraying a lot of that has its implications. And my shop is at my house, and my wife sleeps here, so I got to kind of think through. If it was at a shop somewhere that had all the fans and all of the requisite equipment to take care of said thing, cool. But if I go outside in my backyard and do that, then it ends up with bugs in it, or I'm very dependent on weather and climate and all of that. So there's just a lot of factors. But anyway, that's what we've been working on. Trying to figure that out, and we're about to update our website. I got some pictures of the headstock that SA did. I think we're gonna try to use that as a starting point for the site over there, and work on that. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. I might have just said a word I'm not allowed to say. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
I think we're allowed to say that there's this thing out there that exists, but I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either. We'll find out.
Yes. So Hayley Mae, man. You have any thoughts on this person we're bringing on here in just a few minutes?
I might have spied her her page a little while ago and checked out her artwork, which is amazing. I mean, just amazing stuff. And, you know, I saw one video about going to Comic-Con, so the nerd in me was like, yay. So that's pretty awesome. So I'm excited to interview for sure.
Yeah, her work is pretty cool, man. I like it's very realistic, but it also has that kind of whimsical-esque look. And I don't want to make comparisons because then things get all awry. But we do have another friend that does whimsical type stuff.
Really?
And there's some of it right behind me. And it's pretty cool. It's reminiscent is all I'm saying. It's all I'm saying. So, if y'all could, since she is in the house, please send up Hayley Mae. And since we had a little bit of mic trouble at the beginning, let's go ahead and make sure we get her a clear mic for her, and the camera works and all of that, and then we'll get her switched over into we're gonna have to figure out the format.
I'm here, just gotta turn my camera. Oh, look at that.
There she is.
Can you guys
there she is.
see and hear me okay? I have my AirPods in my ears.
Oh yeah.
So I feel like should be good. Thanks for the invite.
Yes.
Thanks for the intro.
Absolutely.
Very excited.
Thank you for being here. I am messing with the settings right now, just trying to see if we can come up with our normal setup. I don't think it's going to let us. I think they changed the settings.
Kira and I were having a hard time the other day as well. We were doing a live together, and if you click the gearbox for the settings, when you click, oh, there we go. Never mind, you got it.
That'll work.
Never mind.
That one will work.
Yeah.
Thank you, Hayley. Yeah, that one will work. Cool. It is good to see you. Thank you for being here.
Well, again, thanks for having me. I'm excited.
I enjoyed our conversation yesterday. I love your sense of humor. That is always necessary in the halls that we wander. You got to have a sense of humor. It's going to get awful quick, right?
Oh, yeah.
Definitely. I don't know if Kira enjoyed my little follow-up message there, but I got a kick out of it.
I almost added actress to the intro there because you sold it for sure, 100%. I even believed you. What's up, Bob? How you doing?
She says I can see. I have my laptop, so if you see me looking over it, so I can view comments too. But she's apparently we're on her list now, so we'll have to maybe tread lightly.
I'm just glad to be on a list somewhere. You know, there's a list. Cool, we're on it. We made it.
Here we go.
So
we've made a list.
Hayley Mae, this is Ash. Ash, this is Hayley Mae.
Hayley Mae.
Hello.
I'm confident y'all are going to get along, based on the conversation that I had yesterday.
Yeah.
Well, he creeped my Comic-Con video, so I feel like already there's that.
Oh,
yeah. So
Yes. Hey, Jason. Hey, Bob. Appreciate everybody coming in. Thank you for coming in and supporting Hayley Mae. Now, listen, folks. I know that this is super controversial, but we try to be supportive of all types of folks here, and we don't hold it against Hayley Mae that she's in Canada.
well, you know what? That's pretty cool.
She is an international art star coming to us from Canada. How is it up there? Are you all right? You okay?
We're a little snowed in. We had a blizzard yesterday.
Yeah,
but it wasn't bad. Sorry, I have to reach something and I'm throwing things on the floor. We're good though. Nothing's broken.
I see you got power on. You obviously have internet, so y'all must know how to handle snow.
I'd say that the province I'm in now is definitely more equipped than other provinces, for sure.
What a diplomatic answer.
I
That's
wish that
awesome.
I could say that all of Canada was, able to handle blizzards, but alas, that is not true. But
That's
where I
awesome.
am, yes, we're good.
Good to go.
Power,
Right
knock on
on.
wood, we don't lose it. So, hi, Grat.
hey, hey, Grat. Thanks for joining us, man. Uh, so let's start at the beginning, Hayley. Uh, just some basics. You're an acrylic painter. You
Yep.
do other things. You have other talents. Obviously, you're an actress.
Obviously.
You have a family that has some art in it,
Yep.
and
Yep.
um, you were introduced at a very young age to drawing by a friend. Um,
Correct.
so maybe that's a good place to start our journey, and we're just gonna have a conversation about kind of your art journey and the art that you are currently doing, and how people can reach out and get in touch with you. Um, we will have your I don't know what I'm supposed to say here.
My tree.
Your
My tree in your
information.
profile. Yeah.
Yes, if you look, your information will be in my profile under that tree thing. Yes, 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 yes. That's how we're gonna do that.
Oh my God. There's a
And
cat yelling at me.
and you do commissions, but there are circumstances, there are caveats, just like most folks who do commissions. It kind of needs to be something that you do.
Right.
And a lot of what you're doing currently is portraits, which are amazing, and pet portraits at that, which I can't say too much, but is popular here around my house too. So that's kind of the basics. So a friend introduced you to drawing, and you mentioned this character that I am not familiar with, maybe because I'm old, maybe because I just wandered in different circles or whatever. But it was Sailor Moon, which was apparently like girl heroes in anime.
Yeah.
And that was your gateway into art, is the way you described it to me. If I hope I'm
Yeah.
describing that correctly.
No, that's pretty spot on. So my friend, she would draw and stuff, and then she started watching Sailor Moon, and she was doing her own fan art. We were probably like 6 or 7 around that time, and she introduced it to me, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is the coolest thing since sliced bread. Girl power. A bunch of girls that were like, they were still students, which was really awesome. Oh, I see somebody else has a family member who's a fan of
Yeah,
Sailor Moon, so they
Jason.
get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it was like one of the first shows for girls that I saw. Like, I didn't have cable growing up, so anytime I was able to watch the cool cartoons was at a friend's house. And like there was a lot of shows where it had female characters in it, but they weren't the main characters. They weren't the ones kicking the butts of the bad guys. So I saw that, and it's just like that opened my eyes to a very different style of animation. And I started drawing and sketching characters of my own that were very reminiscent of that. And ever since then, I never put the pencil down. And then, yeah, it just sort of evolved to graduating to paintbrush. So, yeah.
Well, so I love this. This is so human, this story, right? Because as a little girl, you were drawn to seeing on television characters of little girls that were kicking ass, right? That were doing their thing.
Yeah.
But there was also something about you that loved the style of art. If I'm understanding it correctly, it wasn't just because you dug the girls that were doing their thing. It was that it was also done in a style that you enjoyed, or that I kind of identified with, I guess, as an artist, as visually.
Yeah.
Is that accurate?
I'd say that's accurate. I think you can see there's a little bit of a theme with some of my pieces on the wall behind me. There's a lot of cosmic stars and stuff, and I was thinking about that earlier. It's like, you know what? Maybe Sailor Moon had a little bit more impact in my niche now than I thought that it did. It's it takes place like with cosmic beings almost like they're basically aliens, but they look like people. But there's a lot of space themes in that show. And
Right
my
on.
husband's in the chat now. This is Miso. She is a chonk. She's being a baby. Yeah. So you might
Well,
hear her.
is that Big Meow?
Yeah, Big Meow is my husband.
Hello, Big
He's
Meow.
Hey,
Welcome
Big
in.
Meow.
Good to see you, sir. Good to see you.
This is one of 3 cats that we've got. So
We have a friend that has giant cats as
Oh,
well that you may be aware of. A friend of ours also has. I believe that she uses them to get rid of evidence, but I don't have proof of that because she uses them to get rid of the evidence. So it's this catch-22 thing.
can neither confirm nor deny that it is a added bonus to cats.
I don't have any idea either, Miss Kira Wilson
Yeah.
Art. So you were also telling me that you first started drawing. You were drawing Silver Moon heroes,
Yeah.
but the other thing that you mentioned when you were young is that you doodled a lot. You filled up sketchbooks full of drawings and doodles, and so tell us a little bit about that and kind of how it impacted what came later.
Yeah, so eventually I stopped doing fan art and I transitioned into doing random characters, random people, which was fun for a while. I really thought that maybe I would be somebody who would be creating like my own graphic novels or something, or even looking into like I ended up going to school for animation, thinking that that was something that I was going to be interested in, just because I did have a really strong drawing skill, sketching random characters and stuff, and I felt like I was able to maybe meet those needs for that world, but eventually it turned into doing animals, and it kind of transitioned to picking up the paintbrush and stuff. But yeah, it was.
That's a super interesting conversation because when you and I were talking about there's this mental process going on, this kind of analysis of what your art was going to be and what you wanted it to be and what you were actually doing and what that required and what skills were required and all of that. And it's so fascinating. So let's dig a little bit deeper in that. But just to back up just a little bit, in high school, you actually won the Spirit of Arts award, which was like 500 donuts in high school, which is a lot of money in high school. And it was the first time that you realized that people might dig your artwork, from what you were saying to me.
Yes. Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. Yeah, so high school, my graduating year, I don't know how it is in the US, but like for Canada, once you get to grade 12, you can choose pretty like a
Y'all have 12 whole
handful of electives.
grades?
Yeah, we have 12 whole grades. We sure do. You can choose a lot of your classes once you're in the 12th grade. Like you can up to grade 10, and then each year beyond that you get a little bit more. So I ended up taking all of the art programs. I ended up doing graphic arts 2 times because I enjoyed it so much. And so all of my teachers, I guess, recognized that. And one of our last, what's the word when you have the whole school in the gymnasium? Anyways, there was like a final. Yes,
Like
an
an
assembly.
assembly?
That's the my brain was going to seminar. I'm like, that's not it. That's not the word. Assembly was just kind of recognition for a lot of the students there, and they they announced the Spirit of the Arts Award, and I wasn't expecting anything. Nobody told me anything. And they called my name. So I got a nice little plaque that says Spirit of the Arts, and it also came with a letter and a check for $500. And when you're in grade 12, that is like, you like
Right.
won the lottery when you're in your teens when you get that much. So that was really cool. And that was kind of the eye opener of like, okay, I guess I can do stuff with art. Because, you don't really necessarily think that when you're in school still. And then that's when I was introduced to the 3D animation world, which was what I ended up going to college for, which wasn't quite what I was expecting it to be, but it did give me a level up in my skill. So that was good.
Well, to me that was a super interesting conversation because you're doing well in high school, you make this, you win this award, you go to college, you take 3D animation, thinking that would be the next evolution of your journey, but when you got in there, and I learned this from you. I didn't know it was. I knew this happened, but I didn't know the terminology, which isn't uncommon for me in the art world. I'm new to it. So, but you were telling me that in college you were doing life drawing time trials.
Yeah.
And what that helped you realize, or I don't know if it helped you realize or it kind of crystallized, or you'll be able to tell us this, but you made this connection between doing the 3D stuff with a computer didn't require you to learn or use the same skills. It only required you to use a subset of the skills that you had as an artist. It didn't allow you to use this other part of yourself as an artist. And it had to do with proportion and the ability to scale things, and I might even be using the wrong terms here, but if I understood correctly, that was kind of what was going on in your headspace around the time that you were doing these life drawing time trials, which now to my understanding is when you have like a person come in and pose as the muse for the project, and people sketch them or paint them or draw them or whatever the case is. I did not know that was the terminology. I didn't know that was called a life drawing time trial. So thank you for teaching me that. And you're also a teacher. We're going to talk about that later too, an art teacher. So, by the way.
But yeah, no, you're exactly right. So when I was in 3D animation, I realized that you don't need to be skilled in the traditional art forms. Like you don't need to be able to draw a sketch, paint. You can do a 3D model, 3D render of something without having those abilities. It's all about whether or not you can pick out proportions and angles and perspective and stuff. So we had life drawing. Sometimes it's referred to as still life classes, where we did have models come in, and they were nude models. We also had the odd furry friend come in to pose for us as well, which was a lot of fun. I loved those days. But
can't
yeah,
imagine why.
It's a secret. Don't tell anybody. But so it was a lot of fun. The first class, I don't think I'll ever forget it, because it was, I mean, it's the first time that you're experiencing a naked person in a public space amongst a bunch of your peers. It's like, what's happening? And then our instructor's like, hey, I'm going to time you guys, and you've got 10 seconds to do a basic form, and we're going to do this for like 2 minutes. So we would, try and hammer out as much of a form as we can. And of course, the first few times it's definitely difficult because you're thinking like, I got to try and get it super detailed. Like, no, you're literally just doing a stick person in the same pose as the model. And so it kind of trains you to like turn off your brain and just focus on what it is that you're seeing. And then gradually the time is increasing. So we're going from 10 seconds to 20 seconds to 30 seconds to a minute to 2 minutes, 3 minutes, all the way up to even like the whole class, which was usually, I think, 2 hours. So it really helped to hone in on quick, efficient ways to get perspective versus solely relying on reference images. We were talking about it when we were talking when Kira was here, and she was sharing her 2 cents in regards to AI and how AI has a
Yes.
hard time rendering 100% accurate images. It's because if you look at a photo, like, yeah, you can make whatever it is you're working on look like the photo, but it's not necessarily going to translate well as a piece of art. And that's because you're not necessarily thinking of it as a three-dimensional object. So when you have the skill that you pick up from life drawing, it kind of helps you to kind of make it make sense when you're putting it on paper, canvas, whatever. And
You're representing a 3D something on a 2D image, and therein, if I understand correctly, where some of this problem lies, right? The fact that you are looking at something 2D and trying to represent it as 3D, which is fascinating.
One of the things I liked in drawing class, life drawing class, was when you would be looking at the model, and my professor said, okay, now imagine from the back what this looks like and draw it. So you had to figure out what it would look like almost mirrored from the back. And that was a really interesting exercise. And you have to understand everything that's going on.
Oh, exactly. We would do stuff like that too, or we would have to fill in the negative space. So it's almost like the model was a cutout, which was a lot of fun. But there's a lot of really cool exercises that, again, just help you to not overthink what it is you're trying to do. And that in itself is such a good tool. If anybody's struggling with their skills, highly suggest doing some sort of still life drawings. If you have a friend that can post you, they don't have to be naked. I don't know what kind of friendships you have, but they can have their clothes on.
That's not mandatory. Some kind.
I mean, whatever you guys want to do in your spare time, that's your call. No judgment over here, right? So, but yeah, it really helped a lot. And I think that, like I said, when we had the people come in with dogs or their cats, that was kind of where I was starting to get comfortable. Like, the seed was planted that maybe animals are my vibe now, not so much people. But either way, that class, like, that was one of the biggest takeaways that I was able to get when it came to the schooling. Because I did realize, like I was saying, that 3D world is not my jam. I do like more of the traditional sense. I like having pencil in hand, now paintbrush. It's just a whole other different skill set. And it's kind of cool knowing that this was something that I developed over years, where, again, like, somebody who has a good eye, they could just start doing a 3D render for the very first time, and it could look exactly like whatever it is they're trying to render. So, yeah.
Well, so I think that thought process or way of thinking, I guess, the teacher in me, the instructor in me, sees that as the building blocks for a future teacher. Someone that understands something on that level, because when we were talking, you knew it intuitively. Like, as you're drawing things out, your brain is starting to figure out, wait a minute, there's a problem here that I need to reconcile in this art thing. And it's so fascinating because, lots of artists have different ways of navigating that, right? There are some that, like, I have seen people do some art that is really incredible, and they will tell you, like, hey, I gotta look at something and draw it out, and I can make it look absolutely 100% like whatever it is that I'm drawing out. And then I know other artists that can't do that at all, but they can dream something up in their head and sketch it out in front of you. And then there's other artists that aren't able to do that. So it's fascinating to me as someone who didn't have to think about the world in those ways, or didn't understand that I thought about the world in those ways. We all do, but we're just not necessarily aware of it, right? Until you find these little idiosyncrasies within it as you're on that journey. And I think you pretty quickly it goes back to the Sailor Moon, right? You dug the fact that it was girls doing the thing, but there
Yeah,
was
girl
something
power.
about the style of anime that you dug too, right? That appealed to that part of your brain. So it was like the
Yeah.
marriage of those two things. Like the style is cool and the subject matter is also cool. So that was the hook. And then as time went on, your brain is like untangling that interface between 2D and 3D. It's just fascinating to me. I love it. It's so cool. And the way that artists navigate that journey. Sometimes isn't gracefully.
Yeah. No, that's very true. Like there was some fun stuff when it came to the 3D rendering and like after I graduated from school, I did try to put my toes in that world and I had a little bit of success, but it's a very difficult workplace to get into.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
it's very competitive and a lot of the time you have to be exceptionally good when it comes to that. So,
I will say this: it's also a bit patriarchal. So, just I'm gonna put a pin in that, but just a thought. You also did some videos, for example, for the Army. You did an internship program for the
yeah.
Army, and making videos on how not to do X, Y, or Z with any ordnance, or how to do X, Y, or Z. Not sure how much we're allowed to say on this particular platform. Um,
It's all
but
training
but
stuff.
but yeah, but you did training videos for the Army.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I'm glad it was an internship program, so it was about I think it was just over a year. Hello friends. It was it was pretty cool because I was able to kind of dip my toes in the world of what it would mean if I did go into animation. So like I was helping out with doing 3D renders of different tools, vehicles that the army guys were going to basically be learning how to operate safely and correctly. So, for example, I rendered a flashbang, which, if you guys are familiar with a flashbang is, it's almost like a safe grenade where instead of it being round, though, it looks like an aerosol can. You got a handle, you pull a pin, and you toss it, and it's going to have a big flash, and it'll make a big bang sound. Very straightforward. So I did a 3D render of one of those, of what it looks like before it goes off, as well as what it looks like after it goes off. I had done what it looks like inside the interior of some sort of some vehicles, like some of their big heavy duty trucks that they have. So I basically did a whole model of the inside of what that would look like, and I had to put a skin or a texture, basically painting what the interior looks like. And I don't know how familiar everybody is when it comes to animation stuff, so I'm just trying to simplify it. But yeah, so I would make 3D models for instructional use for the brand new recruits that would be joining,
Right on.
and they were able to see it without having to actually use it and like possibly causing harm to themselves.
Right, right.
And
We called those dummies in the Air Force. Not
oh
the
yeah, I
well.
was like, I don't know
Be careful.
what I can say, so I'm like,
Like we had, like we would, like the munitions guys would practice first with not real stuff, hanging them on jets and hanging them on the planes or whatever. Or, the new guy that was out there getting his paperwork signed off wasn't using real things that you would drop on places. They were dummies. They were blanks.
yeah, Darwin Awards.
Yes, yes. Well, so after the internship, you kind of took a pause. Is the way you described it.
Yeah.
On the kind of art world and you were working somewhere and you ended up drawing a rainbow bright pony with a person writing it. And this was a commission that you received from a friend of that. So someone commissioned you to do this Rainbow Bright pony with a friend of theirs writing the pony because that friend of theirs was into Rainbow Bright, if I understood the story right. And
Pretty close, yeah.
And that launched you into your first commission. And clean up the details there where I messed it up, please.
Yeah, so I did take a little bit of a hiatus because I knew that the 3D stuff wasn't my jam. So
Yeah, man.
I just kind of went back to just doing the random sketching and doodling just for myself. I wasn't really showcasing it. It was, things I would do out of boredom at this point. And fast forward to moving to Vancouver in BC, where I had a job where there's a kind of a fair amount of downtime in between. It was an administrative job. I had to answer phones, basically reception. And so I was able to just doodle around, like doodle all the time on pads of paper and stuff. And my coworker was like, "Oh my God, you're so good at drawing." I was like, "Oh, I thank you." So I gifted them some like little custom caricatures of my style at the time, and my coworker was like, "This is really good. Would you be open for a commission? My friend is having a birthday and she loves Rainbow Bright. The pony was her favorite. Do you think you could like do a drawing of her riding this pony?" I was like, "Okay." And so that was my first ever formal commission, which kind of opened the doors. And again, just kind of like, wait a second, maybe this is something that other people would be interested in. And yeah, that was a really fun commission. Her friend, she did love it. And then I ended up doing a few more. I think it was like maybe one or two more. And I was telling my sister about this. And my sister is the other family member that's an artist. She does paintings as well. And she had been doing that full time for a couple of years at this point. And she was constantly trying to encourage me to pick up a paintbrush and give it a try. And so I finally did. And I was telling you how the first one that I had drawn was, I was trying to do like seaweed or kelp that looked like it was kind of caught in motion from the waves being underwater. And like it.
You cut out. You muted.
I lost your sound, Hayley.
Oh.
Okay. There you go. You're back.
We got you back. There you are. There you are. You might have to go back to the beginning of that thought, though.
Okay, yeah. Someone, my dad was trying to call me.
Right on.
I was just saying how
you were trying to represent the motion of the seaweed in the water, and then it kind of cut out after that statement.
Okay, yeah. I was just saying it did not look like seaweed. It looked like sad grass that was kind of wilting in the wind.
Sad grass.
Sad grass with really catchy blue in the background. Like, yeah, it was not giving kelp seaweed what I was envisioning in my mind. So I was like, I don't know if this is for me.
Sad grass. I love that. I think that's an accomplishment. You managed to make grass look sad. That in itself is spectacular.
It emoted something. Yes.
It was almost
yes.
It was almost like
Thank you, Chad.
Parts of it looked like grass that was sad. Parts of it looked like, lettuce heads, because kelp has the bulbs that have.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was not what I wanted it to be. So I was like, I don't know if this is never, or I don't know if this is, yeah. So I was very
sorry.
sound advice.
The comments are solid. There's some solid comments going on, Hayley.
Maybe we have some new slang. Maybe we have some new slang going. Oh, that's so sad.
I think
grass.
so.
I know.
Some sad grass. My God. T-shirts.
Yes.
That's some sad grass right there. That's a T-shirt. That's some sad grass. Hayleymae.art.
That would be my catchphrase.
Yes.
I can
Don't
add
be
it to
the
the
sad
bottom
grass.
of my business card. Sad grass.
That's awesome. Oh man.
But yeah, I was telling my sister about it. I was like, well, it's going to take some getting used to. Don't rush it. So I think a few months later, after we got one of my other cats, I'm surprised she's not down here. Usually she likes to make her debut on my lives. Her name is Pancake. She's my muse. A lot of the cats that you see are the same cat. But we
I'm a little
had one of
upset
these.
that Pancake is boycotting our show, Hayley.
I know, right?
I knew about Pancake before you.
I'm very
Pancake's
offended
famous.
that she's not here. She is famous.
It's very disappointing. Very disappointing, Hayley.
I know. She might make an appearance if she knows her fans are waiting for her. But we got her one of those backpacks that have the hard shell and then the little clear plastic
nice.
bubble. So it looked like she's in a little spaceship and, ready to explore the vastness of space. So I took a picture of it, and it's like the perfect photo where she's got her whole head in the bubble. I was like, okay, I have to try this again. So I was mulling over how I wanted to do this, and I was scrolling on one of the other places, and I came across an artist who was showing how she does some of her blending in the background, and she had a makeup sponge, like a beauty blender. I'm sure most of the people probably know what I'm talking about, but they're like the teardrop little makeup sponges.
I always contour before I come on here.
You know what? It shows and it's impeccable.
Thank you.
You did a very good job. The blending is on point.
I'm naturally blended.
But so she was showing her technique using the beauty blender. Like, that looks really cool and fun. So I go and grab some beauty blenders and I try it. And I did my first painting that I was actually proud of. It came out how I wanted it to. I'm going to show you guys. So this is the original first space cat. I'm going to show you the first one, and then I'll show you guys the revamp. So this was the first one. After this one, I was so proud of this. I was showing everybody. I was going on to all of the other places and showcasing it. I found groups that were cat people as well. And I was like, look what I did. And people started reaching out. But this was the first space cat.
Oh, it's wonderful.
Yes.
So this was the
Pancake! Space cake!
This is the original space cat. And I owe a lot to this painting. And then this is where I did a redo of her. So this is the latest one. There's a glare.
That's
awesome. That is awesome. I love
this is a print. I've got lots of I have tote bags and stickers and prints and cards. So that was the redo. But
I know, Jerry.
Thanks to this one, I ended up getting real commissions from not people that I knew, which was a different like good vibe feeling that was different. Comments are just going. Anyways, it was really fun because, like I said, it was strangers reaching out like, hey, can you paint my cat? And so I started to be able to do more of the space backgrounds, which I realized was my jam. And
can you please hold that up again? And this blending technique, she used makeup blenders, and it has that kind of misty, whimsical kind of feel, doesn't it? Like, it's amazing to me. Like, when she said sad grass, it made sense because she, like, you know what I mean? Like, you made it say something.
Yeah.
This one's got better blending.
I love it.
It's just beautiful.
So the blender allows you to get more of that wispy cloud, and you can go back and forth with colors and just have really nice transitions, which you can do with a paintbrush, but I feel like it takes a little bit longer. So anything can be used for art if you think outside the box.
Oh, yeah.
That's amazing.
Anyways, the blenders, I've really honed in on how to use that and do the nice smooth combination of colors, and it was just like, oh my god, I found my vibes, I found my jam. And
you do it. I mean, it is really cool. And that's another great example of this beautiful artist mind, right? Like seeing something, not quite being happy with it, and then, oh wait, this other person has this idea that and then I'm going to perfect that. I'm going to get even better at it and figure out how to. It's fantastic. I love it because you can see the results in the work, like from the first cat to the second cat, the fox you just showed. There's an obvious dialing in, as you might say.
Eve wants to know if you wet the blenders first.
I do, yes. So this one's been used a few times, but all beauty blenders, they're kind of firm when you use them. So if you get them wet, it really softens it up, and it's a little bit easier to kind of do the
hold your
motions.
hand like this, please, and put it in front of your hand. Because it's hard to see with your hair. It's blending in with your hair.
Oh,
there you
that's
go.
fair.
Thank you.
So you can get different sizes. I have giant canvases, and I've seen that you can get like silly. I think they're novelty. I don't think they're legitimate size, but you can get huge ones that are massive, which I would love to have for when I'm able to tackle my big canvas. I need wall space before I can do any of my large ones. But anyways, yeah, they come in a variety of sizes, variety of shapes. Some of them have flat backs. Some of them look like little snowman or Dairy Queen ice cream tops. I have a few that are like probably 2/3 of this size. So significantly smaller, which I've used for smaller canvases, which has been really helpful. I don't have nothing on the wall. I have the small, I use a small one for, but they're really handy. They're really cool. Like I find that any of the blending, like the makeup sponges, they just have a smoother texture. So it makes it easier. Yeah, Kira just pointed out when I do lives, if I'm working on a background, more often than not, I'm using a blender just because it's my preferred tool. Makeup brushes are a really good one. Kira actually gifted me a handful of nail art brushes, which are really good for really intricate detailing, like whiskers and stuff. Wedges are you can use them. If it's something that can smudge, you can use a beauty blender for. Again, they're better than just using like the actual art sponges that you can find. The art sponges, I feel like they're too porous, and it's really hard to get the same kind of gradient effect that you can get with the sponge. So, yeah. The more you know.
So yeah, the more you know. Ding. That is at the 1 hour and 9 minute mark, y'all. So anybody that needs it. So after the pancake, which I love it, space cake painting, you began doing portraits and pet portraits, and this goes back to part of the conversation we were having earlier. You mentioned the very first pet portrait that you did was a black lab, and then at the time when you finished it, you were proud of it, and you did the best you possibly could at that moment. But now that you're a better artist, it looks like a baby seal to you. And
I'll see if I can find it while we're still talking here. But
so we have a friend in the chat, and I just want to commiserate for just a second here. We have a friend in the chat named Eve, and Eve does lessons occasionally. And I did a couple lessons with Eve, and the last thing that I painted with her was this. And I've only painted 2 paintings in my life. One of them is Elliot, Pete's Dragon, and the other one was this. And as you can see, I was trying to paint a crow. But I don't know all of those things you learned in the, hold on, I'm going to get the words right. Hold on just a second. Hold on. In the timed trial life drawing, I don't know that stuff. And as you can tell, my crow looks like a penguin. So it's a croquin. And this is what happens when you don't know proportion or scale or size or any of that stuff that you learned in that class. So I can completely understand how a black lab could end up looking like a baby seal, or a horse could end up looking like a black lab.
Yeah, I really want to see if I can find it because it's pretty silly. Yeah, that was like one of the other newer commissions that I had gotten. Yeah, I can't find it on here.
That was
Yeah,
so
it looks like a
interesting
seal.
for me because initially I was doing that because I wanted to learn the basics of what the people that were painting the guitars that I'm working on, for example, are going through. And my friends that do artwork, what is their process? What are they thinking? And it was mostly for me, like, because the shop is real dry, for example, I was having trouble with the paint drying too fast. And it's difficult to paint if it's not fluid, you know. So I was working on stuff like that the first time. The second time, I tried to do that bird, and you could see all the other stuff looks okay, but it's just whack because I don't know how to do the things that you were talking about. And I had to get to a certain point in the learning process before I even understood that, if that makes sense. That's why I'm trying to describe this and why what you're talking about is so important and why this journey is so important, because I didn't know the things that I didn't know until I tried it, right? There it is. See, it looks like a lab to me.
Yeah.
It's just very smooth, very shiny. He's giving seal body.
Okay. I see what you mean about that, but
He's giving seal body.
The
Is that what
rendering
you
is
just
good.
said?
Well,
He's
he
giving
looks like a
seal
seal.
She can't, dude. She like you got to have a line of sayings. I mean, you've got sad grass, a seal body.
A thesaurus of my many
I
expressions.
love it. I love it.
Sorry,
Hey, Ezra. Thank you, man. Thank you, Ezra. Good to see you.
Shining star.
Well, I was going to say, Kira did show us two, in fact, paintings, which is impressive that someone like her got paintings from you. Not once, but twice. So she must have liked the first one. And they're amazing. They are really, really good.
Yeah, they are.
And I would argue that part of the reason they're so good is the effort. There's a friend of mine named Ed Kelly that got me into building guitars. His wife is a landscape artist, and I'm in my 50s and they're a couple decades beyond me, but she is a lifelong artist, and she spent her life trying to perfect the way that she paints landscapes. And now at this stage in her career, those paintings sell for, 25,000 donuts as a starting point. But and people see those paintings and they're like, "Oh my God, this is incredible. You're so amazing. You're so talented. It must be nice," kind of stuff, right? But the truth is she's been on the grind since she was a child. And
it's my goal.
Decades and decades of trial and error and trying different mediums and different canvases and different types of paint and different mixes of paints. And so take us a little bit forward, and now you are one of the people on the planet that are teaching on occasion some of these skills to young people. And we also want to make sure, if you have it, even if it's what's behind you, we've got roughly 15-ish minutes. There's no hard and fast, but so we want to make sure to show your artwork. And we also want to make sure to repeat your details of how people can get in touch with you should they want to do a commission.
Sounds good. Well, Pancake has graced us with her presence, so I figured I'd show them you.
Hello, Pancake.
Hi, Pancake.
She's kind of like,
welcome.
How dare you grab me? Your fans are here, Pancake. Yeah. I will say everything that you see behind me is looking for a home, and if there's anything that's catching your eye, if you click the tree that's in my profile, I think we all know what that means. It'll take you to whatever place works best. I do have my own platform, but not everything is on that. So if there's something that you're curious about, please feel free to send me a message. I'll do a walkthrough in a second here.
Is that Hayley Mae, that platform? Is that Hayley Mae? If they look up your name, can they find that platform?
I will. Here, wait. I will talk and I'll pull it up real quick for you guys to see here. But yeah, just going back to teaching things. So I am in a position now where I am able to share some knowledge with the young minds. So through work, we have an art program, and I'm teaching 2 age groups. There's 5 to 7 and then 8 to 11. And we're going through the process of learning how to paint with the blenders. I wish I could show you the paintings that they have done, but because it's through work and they're kids, I have to be very cautious with what I'm taking photos of.
Yeah.
So,
100%.
But it's really cool because I'm able, like, the job that I have now, they recognize that I do art on the side of hanging out with them. So that makes things a little bit easier, where I can still do what I love, but also help, teach others and show others that they're able to do this thing as well. So
planting those seeds really is the way I see that. At the 5 to 7, I taught, for quite a while, various capacities, and the 5 to 7 age are sponges. Well, so is the other age group, the 8 to 11. They're sponges, and you are planting seeds in their minds, just like when you were a little one and you were drawing. And that's what it makes me think of. Like you're that little girl drawing those little anime figures, and now you're that adult lady standing there helping the next little girl or next little boy figure out how to do that same thing. And to me, that's beautiful, man. That is so. It's just cool.
It's been a lot of fun, and the feedback that I've been getting is, gets you right in the feels. It's kind of like. Yeah. A lot of them so I ended up bringing the revamp of the actual painting for Space Cat here. I brought that in to show the kids on our second day of art night, and they all just like, oh my gosh, it looks like a photo, and like, you do this for a job too. And it was fun hearing their excitement. And I think they're just kind of like, oh my God, so if I, make art, I could probably sell that too. People would like to have it in my house. And it's been a lot of fun seeing their eyes light up. And yeah, it's a really cool experience for sure. This is the link
and it's
tree.
Cool. It's cool that you pass that knowledge on. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I'm sorry.
No, I was just going to say, so my profile, you'll see that there's the tree thing. Yeah. This is what it looks like. Hang on, you probably can't see there, it's a little better. So whatever thing works best for you, you can go to that to reach out to me. Just know that my store doesn't have everything on it. But again, if there's something that you guys see that you'd like to have or inquire about, please feel free to send me a message on whatever platform works out. There's the photo place, there's the face place. And I think I also have emails listed on those also. So, and I check everything quite regularly. So yeah.
And this will be over on that other platform at some point, so people can go back and rewind and go to the end and find it. Here we go. So, so you, what is the word I'm looking for? Influence. What is a negative word for influence?
A negative word for influence?
Yes. An antonym for influence.
I'm not the right person to come up with that. I make up words. I can't. No, I don't know the real words.
So you are not one of those people. You're one of those people out there trying to be a positive influence on kids rather than a negative influence on kids, is what I'm trying to say.
I want to be the person that's like, oh my gosh, she's so cool. I want to be just like her.
Oh, man.
Oh, the puffin was great.
Now remember to go, please remember to go, go slowly and let us know. Talk to us about each of these pieces if you are willing to.
So Now I'm back on the East Coast. I'm closer to where there actually are puffins. So there's not any in New Brunswick or Nova Scotia. I'd have to go to Newfoundland, but they're just a cute little bird. And I'm like, you know what? It still says maritime, so we're gonna do that. This one's on like a raw canvas, so the same material that tote bags are on,
Okay.
which kind of gives you a very cool effect. Like you can make it look more like watercolor,
Oh yeah.
which is really nice.
That's
Then we
beautiful.
have octopus, which are one of my favorite animals. I have a tattoo of one on my forearm. So a lot of the ones that you'll see, I do include iridescence in it. So you can kind of see
man.
the
Yeah.
star, and then the glow is also like where the brightest points would be reflecting off of them. That's what
Cool.
I use the iridescence on there. And then we have my moth and my moon. I'm going to put my hand just so you guys can see like point of reference.
That's fantastic.
So this one has gold leaf in it, and this is called a polyphemus moth, I believe. Yeah.
I believe you.
I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it correctly.
I believe you. I believe you.
We have this little guy. So I had done a series of these wood panels where I was doing just a bunch of animals that you could find in North America in general. So like there was a raccoon, there was a skunk, there was another chipmunk, there was a squirrel, but we just have this guy left. So this was done on a wood panel, and then I use a gloss varnish so you get that really nice finish. It looks like it's been printed on. I just love the way that it looks. And then we have another octopus.
Oh, that's dope.
This is a tote bag. My hand for scale. And then,
well, how we know that you don't have tiny little hands? Maybe your hands are tiny little numpties.
Should I grab a ruler?
I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding.
They look like they could be small.
She's really 2.5 feet tall, y'all. In Canada,
Don't
nobody
tell
gets over
everybody.
3. Nobody in Canada gets over 3 feet tall.
It's just living my best hobbit life over here. Speaking of which,
ooh, Sting.
if there's I was gonna say if there's Lord of the Rings fans, there's Sting there. I'm a diehard Lord of the Rings fan. Polar bear, she's also, this one's called Andromeda. I did a series where I was doing animals on larger canvases, and I was trying to like name them off of constellations. But she's got iridescence in the stars there, as well as in the fur. I don't know if I can try and take her off, but she's big. You just have to take me. Oh, there you can kind of see the shimmer.
Oh yeah.
In parts of the fur, just like the highlights. So she's got a little bit on her eye, as well as the bridge of her nose, and just a little bit of flecks around. Oh, that's better. Yeah. So it's kind of cool. When the sun hits the ones that have the iridescence, it just kind of lights it up just right. Then going in a very different direction, this was one that I did for Halloween. It's a Wendigo. I was doing some cryptids. I had the Mothman.
A Wendigo, you said?
Yes.
Yeah. So it's like an urban legend, a creepy, beastie guy. So some people believe that it's a deer that feeds off, I think it's negative souls, or it's a negative person that kind of gradually turns into this creepy deer hybrid thing. There's a few versions of the legend, but I always thought that it was cool when it was like, demonic.
I'm assuming they're
deer.
not friendly, right? They're not friendly, I'm assuming.
He just wants to give you a kiss. He's got his lipstick on.
Just the smooches.
Yeah. The fox was a painting that I did for myself like a long time ago, where I was having some burnout because I was having too much on my plate, and I wasn't giving myself time to do stuff for myself. So I ended up making her. And then we have this one. This is my star fox. So this one, I think it's a couple of years old now, but I had a dream where this fox was running through space. It's kind of Patronus-y with the glow. but she was kicking up stardust in her,
That's awesome.
you know,
It's beautiful.
path. So that's
That's amazing. I love it. I love
This
it.
one's also got the iridescence on the
She went
muzzle
all
and
Harry
stuff.
Potter on us.
Yeah. Does anybody want to take a guess as to what this is?
A fox.
No. That's
A
Miso.
coyote.
She's sharing her 2 cents. So this is actually a maned wolf. So this is an endangered species found in South America, like Brazil. They're slowly starting to get more in their population, but they're a very interesting creature. Apparently, here's a fun fact for you: their urine smells like the devil's lettuce, if you know what I'm saying, or
Word.
sad grass.
Sad grass.
Sad grass. Sad grass make you happy.
Yeah. But they have so they look like a fox and a deer had some sort of forbidden love child. They have these really long, lanky legs. But they kind of, the way that they move, they're very regal. They seem like an elegant fox almost. A lot of people assume she's a fox, but anywho. This one is called Australis.
Pancake, I think, disagrees.
This is Miso.
Oh, I think Miso was saying that it is indeed a wolf.
I guess whoever decides that they need her on their walls, they can be whatever they want. And we have my
You said what kind of wolf? What kind of wolf did you say it was? That's amazing.
A maned wolf.
Maned, like a maned wolf.
Yeah, like a horse mane.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, it makes sense.
They do kind of have like a little bit of like a mohawk. It's hard to tell from this angle, but they do have longer neck floof, which is cool.
Floof.
Then these are all my stickers. They are waterproof and vinyl. This is my
yes.
He's still available, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Like I said, everything over here is still looking for homes. This is one that I just finished. This one still needs to be varnished. Little bunny, because Easter's around the corner. And then these are a couple more tote bags. I think there's quite a few Black Cat fans.
Oh, I love it.
So
I love
if
Black
there's any
Cats.
Hocus Pocus fans, this was inspired from Hocus Pocus. I called it Binks Potions because the Black Cat in that movie was named Binks, and I was like, this is fitting. And then we have some sardines.
Oh, that's awesome too.
So these ones are 5x5-inch wood panels. I had a lot of fun doing these.
It looks like actual sardines laying on that plank of wood.
So that all the wood ones have the same varnish, the gloss. It's kind of hard to see the shine on here, but you'll just have to, again, believe me. Then we have goldfish.
She seems trustworthy, Ash.
I think so.
Oh, good. I'm glad you guys think that. And then there was this sound trending on here called Poisson Steve. If you know, you know. That was I really enjoyed that little tune. So this is by Poisson Steve. He's a little goldfish. And then we have more underwater things. Couple jellies.
Jellyfish. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Very monochromatic. But yeah, that's it. I do have a handful of prints as well. So these come either, like I have this one in a frame and I have it without, and then there's also greeting cards. I have this octopus as a greeting card, which is buried. Here, wait. Give me a second. I can show you.
All right. Sounded aggressive. Give me a second. I'll tell you.
You will wait 1 second. So that's Space Cat, as we see here. Hang on.
I love it.
I brain farted and I should have had these out. Oh, there's
That's okay.
Binks again.
I dig
Awesome.
I dig that one. Yeah, I really like it.
Right?
So the inside of those, they are blank. And then, oh, hang on. Where are you? Oh, there we go. And then here's the octopus. So these are all 5x7, so they fit really nice in a frame. But yeah, if you have a card that you'd like to send to somebody, has my fox, and then there's my code, which is the same thing as my tree. So you guys could, if you happen to give this to someone, they can still look me up. And then that's pretty much it for the cards. And then I have prints of Space Cat. This is my last egret print. I have prints of the polar bear. And then there's a couple more that I should have got out, but that's okay. So yeah, if everything is looking for a home, they're house trained. They won't leave any messes. Just gonna throw that out there. You
can
for
say
as
you
low
own
as
a pet. Yeah, you can say you own a pet, and you don't even have to clean the litter box.
$2 a day, you could be saving a life.
We need Sarah McLachlan music right now. In
the arms of the
angel. Yes.
And then I do also do the pet portraits as well. I'll just show you. This is one of Kira's. This is Lily.
Oh, so cool.
That's wonderful.
It's beautiful. Even though it's for Kira, it's beautiful.
This was a memory piece. This one's one of my favorite ones.
Oh, wow. I like that. That is cool. I like that.
Black Shepherd.
Kira, I got the look. Oh, adorable.
That's cute.
So
as my wife would say, totes adorbs. Totes
adorbs. And then we've got this cool little guy.
Okay, I love that.
So when I do pet portraits, I include metallics in the eyes because it gives it just that little extra push of life and really kind of makes them look more real. I think it just breathes a bit more soul into them. But yeah, pet portraits are my bread and butter. So yeah, if anybody's curious about commissions, you know where to find me. All that good stuff.
Awesome. Well, Hayley, thank you so much for being willing to talk to me yesterday and being willing to come on tonight and tell us about your art and yourself. And I absolutely love your journey. I think the work you're doing is impressive. And the fact that you are willing to pass along this knowledge that you've learned over the years, formally and informally, it's beautiful. And it is heartwarming to know there are people like you in this world wandering around doing your thing. So I very much hope that folks that see this tonight or in the future will go check out Hayley Mae's spot. Ashman, I know you have some thoughts you would like to share here, man. So why don't you finalize the thoughts on Hayley Mae here?
I love the fact that animation was such a big part of your life and your big part of your journey. It was for me as well. I think a lot of artists start out watching cartoons and it connects with us somehow. And then we carry on from there. And, you know, it's beautiful that you found your medium and you found what inspires you, like pets and animals and that sort of thing. You connect with it. It shows because those pieces are wonderful. They're beautiful. And the fact that you teach as well, it's incredible.
Thank you.
I'm glad we got to have you on here, and I look forward to seeing you again and watching more of your videos and incredible work. And
thank you so much.
If anybody is not going to that tree thing and finding out the platform thing, you're missing out.
Yeah, I need wall space, guys. So if these could find out, I can't do any big pieces because there's no room. Anyways, yeah. All right. Well, thank you again for having me. It's been a lot of fun. I appreciate all the love and support in the comments from all you guys. I had a really good time, and I very much appreciate that you guys gave me this opportunity. So thank you. You'll see me in the comments for the next live and stuff.
Awesome.
We appreciate you giving us the opportunity just to have a conversation with you.
Absolutely.
Just an amazing artist, amazing person. And I'm so looking forward to what you do next. I can't wait. Can't wait. Thank you so much.
Thanks,
and give our best to the big meow over there. Thanks for
I
coming.
think he's in bed now.
Thanks for coming in and supporting. I appreciate you, man. So thank you, Hayley. Thank you, Big
Thank
Meow.
you. And
Take care.
sad grass for everybody.
Sad grass for everybody, for sure. 100%. 100%.
Oh, man.
We got this thing that we do every show now that I really look forward to as well. That was great, man. I really like Hayley.
She's fantastic.
We got this thing that we do every week now called Ashman's Basics. And before we do that, really quickly, I just wanted to say thank you to everybody that's coming in. We've tried to do a better job of not shouting people out in the middle of interviews so that the person doesn't have shout outs in the middle of their clips if they need to use them. But we really do appreciate y'all coming in. Lenny, Hayley, Katie, thank you for coming in. Faye, it was great to see you in here. Laura. Now also, I saw Chuck, I think, come through. I think I saw Santiago, another absolutely phenomenal wood burning artist. Northy, Betty Jean. I believe Betty Jean might have gone to bed, though. Appreciate you. I saw Casserole, and I think, yeah, Jerry was in here. Casserole. Jerry was in here from 13,000 feet.
Yes,
that
he
dude's
was.
finally
That's what
on
I was
his
gonna
way
say,
home,
yeah.
man. He's finally on his way home. He's been gone for
know.
like 3 weeks or something like that. And Casserole was in here. He changed it. He's got some love in there now. But Casserole's up in here. We appreciate everybody. I'm sure I missed some people. But thank you all so much for coming up and hanging out with us and supporting Hayley Mae. We really appreciate it.
Okay.
Hey, Truly, I'm going to be very careful.
Oh, be
I'll say your name. See what I did? This is a different person, but
Yeah.
So what we're going to do now is we're going to turn things over to Ashman's Basics, and I'm going to mute my microphone, and Ash is probably going to teach me something I didn't know.
Welcome in, everybody. This is Ashman's Basics, where I explain basic art things and stuff every week here on the Ginn Project. So today we're going to be talking about creative block or artist block or whatever block. Things that stop you, walls that get in the way, and you have to move around them to continue your creative journey, your creative path. So basically, let's talk about this. First, lower your stakes, right? The artwork isn't so important that you get the best thing done when you're just working on something small, just to keep going and get going again. We want to make sure that we go forward, and going forward, we don't have to do the biggest and the best thing there is out there. We just need to be able to move forward. So give yourself time to do something. Don't rush it. Don't push yourself to anger. Give yourself grace. And that brings me to the next part. Give yourself 5 minutes to do something. If you have 5 minutes to write a line of poetry, 5 minutes to doodle for 5 minutes, 5 minutes to sit down and play a note on your guitar, whatever you're doing creatively, give yourself 5 minutes. And if you don't have what you want in that moment, it's okay to walk away for a minute. It's okay. Because we're going to the next point now, which is sometimes you need to charge your inputs. What I'm saying is your battery's running low, right? And I find myself working a lot here on TikTok. I'll knock out like 5-6 drawings in a night and I'll burn up. And what I need to do is pull away for a little bit, go outside, take in nature, watch a movie, listen to music, recharge yourself, We're not machines to where we can just pump out work constantly. We need outside information to give us something more. And once I was talking to Art Spiegelman, who wrote Mouse, a graphic novel. And it was a very interesting novel. It's a Pulitzer Prize-winning novel. If you haven't read it, you should read it. It's amazing. But we were talking, and he stated something that I won't forget, because I was very young when I was talking to this guy. And he said, you can't create in a vacuum. In other words, I was locked up. I couldn't go forward. I couldn't move. He said, you can't create in a vacuum. You have to get out there and take in things. Like I said, music, a book, nature, go out in public. I know a lot of us don't like going out in public, but go out in public. I used to sit around at coffee houses and draw people to get inspiration. And that's the thing. It was a sketchbook. It wasn't the big thing. It wasn't the next thing. Sometimes we hit that plateau where we're like, oh, I just did something amazing. And we're afraid to go on, because what if we don't hit that again? Well, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I know that sounds simple, but don't worry about it. And the next thing is, what we could do to move forward as well is to use your hands. Do something physical, something different. The thing is, like a writer named Toni Morrison, I don't know if you guys know who Toni Morrison is. She worked as a teacher, and she had what she called one of the boring jobs. And I don't know what she was teaching, but somehow she found it boring. I don't understand it, because I love teaching people. But she said it was easy for her. And that gave her a simple task to do, and it freed up her mind to do other things. So she was writing whole novels in her head while she was doing a different job. So sometimes we get inspiration outside of trying to force ourselves to do our work. Our brain is always working to get to that next step, even if we're not paying attention to it. It's always working in the background. Think of it like your computer, and it's running software that you can't see. Your brain's doing the same thing. So trust your brain. It's working on the project, even though you might not think so. But going back to working on something physical, I realized when I was young that I would work out, or I would go for a bike ride, or I'd go do yard work, something like that. And I'd get inspired, because you're doing a task that has nothing to do with art or creation. So your brain is freed up and it's given a break. I also found putting things together, working so differently from art or creative aspects, following step-by-step instructions, like putting something together, like very A to B to C to D. It freed up my mind to have those gears just fly in the back of my mind. And it was a different way of thinking, and it gave me a different perspective. And I feel like that helps. It helps a lot. And remember, creative block isn't a stop sign, you know? It's a detour sign. So you're not stopping, you're not going to be stuck forever. Nothing like that. It's a detour. It's a minor detour. And sometimes enjoy the break for a minute. Enjoy the silence that comes from doing other things. I know sometimes I push myself too hard, and I have to remember, like I said earlier, give yourself some grace. Back up, take a moment, take a beat, understand your situation, and realize it's not forever. So the next time you hit a wall, don't just stare at it and wonder, am I going to get through this? You will. You will. We all do as creatives. We all move forward. Don't let the blank page scare you. Don't let the blank canvas scare you. And, you know, your artwork is your friend. And your creativity is your tool. Sometimes you need to give those a break, or you're going to break down. So that's all I got to say about that. You guys, I hope you learned something. I hope I gave you something.
Yes. What I took from it was, if you're in a block or approaching that point, give yourself some grace. First of all, it's a natural occurrence. It's a natural thing that happens. Give you a quick thing you can do is give yourself 5 minutes. Just sketch anything. It doesn't have to be important. Don't try to make it the next latest greatest. And if you've just finished something you're really proud of and you're worried about that letdown, just keep going. Just keep making art. You will find something else that you're proud of. And another interesting thing that to me that you said was change your inputs. And I agree 100%. We take inspiration from the world around us as human beings, you know, and a lot of us don't people a lot, don't get out a lot. I'm literally in a basement. We have to go out and interact and even if it's go outside and hear birds and
Yes.
Get some sunshine on your face and some fresh air and interact with it. It mentally, there is science behind the fact that it mentally resets your brain in a similar way that night and day does that. We have natural rhythms, natural cycles that our bodies follow. Has to do with the moon and the stars and gravity and a bunch of math that I don't understand. But
one of my favorite things is actually to go to a plant nursery. It's so different, and you're taking in nature and beauty all around you, and you have this kind of peaceful feel while you're walking around in a plant nursery, and it's just wonderful. Yes. All the scents, all the greenery, all the growth. It's one of those things I like to do when I'm a little wound.
Makes me think of rural gardens. My wife and I went out to that maple tree place that he is involved in, and kind of wandering around, just being a part of the natural environment. Even as a kid, man, it was stressful. Sometimes life is difficult, and I would go out in the woods and wander around and look at leaves and bugs and jump off of rocks and and I think as an adult my brain needs to go there, right? My brain sometimes needs to just go jump off a rock, and
I think so.
and land in the sand and get a little dirt under your fingernails.
Exactly.
100%, man. Life is to be experienced, right?
It is.
Man, I enjoyed having Hayley Mae on. I always enjoy Ashman's Basics. It's a lot of fun. Is Rick the Muse was in here. We are going to try to get Rick on next week. I'm going to get in touch with him. I don't know what his schedule looks like.
Nice.
We're going to try to get Trouble on here. Ezra is going to come back on sometime around the 24th of this month, and we're going to get him. He's going to talk to us about some of the updates that have happened on the TikTok here, and kind of go over again. Hey, here's what agencies do. That was a really popular show. A lot of people got some good information. So we're gonna revisit that. We're gonna do that again. We're also going to try to get Mr. MC on here at some point in the near future, in the next month or two, since nobody at all likes that. People like MC about as much as they like Jerry. You know what I mean? And we got some other interesting stuff coming up. all these different artists have different projects or different, small and large. So go out there, find other artists out there, and do what you can to support them. We say it over and over again, but no, very few people in the art community are rich. But one thing we can do is promote each other. Hey, Salty, is promote each other when we're live, chat each other up. As far as, that's the point of the art behind me.
Yes.
Oftentimes when I'm doing flow states, working on something, a question will be asked about it, and it gives me an opportunity to talk about that artist. So finding ways to work in, hey, you're into dogs. Well, I've got a friend named Hayley Mae that does pet portraits.
There you go.
There's also a lady during the daytime named Danielle that does some really incredible portraits. She's done some stuff for some of the Bills players and some stuff for a whole variety, people and animals. And so 24 hours a day on this platform, you can find some cool stuff going on. Go out there and support them. Freak Morbidity, appreciate you, Freak. Appreciate you.
Freak. How you doing?
And that's another thing, it's okay. You don't owe anybody anything. You don't have to feel guilty if you're not able to on any given day or whatever, right?
Yeah,
so that's the other thing. You're not obligated to share or like or do any of that stuff. The idea is when you're up to it and you're able to, do it. If not, sometimes you need to do that change your inputs thing and just enjoy the day. And I find myself just FYPing. I was watching Mondo the other day, and he was drawing this cool thing on a skull. If you saw that, and sometimes I like to just FYP and listen in and absorb it that way. So that still counts.
Oh yeah.
For those that don't know, if you're watching someone from the FYP, they still get credit for having somebody. You just don't see the number right up there.
Yeah.
But as far as the algorithm in TikTok is concerned, they're another viewer.
Impressions.
Yes, impressions. So that would be the takeaway that I would try to pass along this evening. Would be specific to lives with some of the new changes. If you're doing your lives, don't worry about what the number is up in the corner. Do the best live that you can do. And I'm going to point this out. I've seen Ashman doing a live with a disco ball and the music's playing and the whole thing, and there's 4 or 5 people in there. And then I've also gone to Ashman's room under the same circumstances, and there's 200 or 300 people in there. And you can't tell the difference. He does the same show. And I think that is also a key. I think sometimes people get discouraged in the art world, especially on social media, and they'll be doing a live and they'll look up at the number and they'll be discouraged because there won't be as many people as they hoped. But the reality is just keep grinding, keep trying to improve your product. And it isn't just the artwork that you're trying to improve. It is also your presentation of the artwork, your live stream. There's so many things that affect it, from equipment to terminology, the verbiage that you use. I'm learning that. I have a very redneck sounding voice, obviously, right? I am from the deep South. I'm from about as deep South as you could get, actually. I'm from the panhandle of the Gulf Coast. AI has given me restrictions on this platform for saying someone's name because it misunderstood what I was saying. And that is frustrating. But we learn, we don't say it. We keep moving on. So, part of it is that moving forward thing that you were talking about, right? It's not always going to be perfect. You just got to kind of keep trying to move forward.
Absolutely.
And that momentum will sometimes build, and the next thing you know, you're inspired and you're doing your thing again. So, anyway, those are my thoughts. Thank you for sharing that, though, man. I think it ties into a lot of different things, man. I think it's valuable information.
Oh yeah.
We would again like to thank everybody that comes in and stops in, whether you're here for 30 seconds, if you're watching from the FYP, if you've come in and hung out with us the whole time and commented in the comment section. We very much appreciate all of the above. This whole show is meant to support the art community. So for those of you that come out and support us, we very much appreciate it. I would highly encourage you to go check out Hayley Mae's stuff. Incredible artist, incredible lady. There's a lot of great folks in the chat that also have artwork. Thank you, Jill. And we draw inspiration from y'all as well. So thank you so much. We very much appreciate you. Ash, man, last week it wasn't too difficult. You had a little music you were able to play, and we were able to show a little artwork on the way out. And then whatever song you chose when it ended, I ended the live, and I kind of like that. So do we have the opportunity to do that again tonight?
I think I could do that. Are you ready for it?
Let's do that.
Let's do it.
Thank you, everybody. Again, we appreciate you very much. This is a wonderful community. Let's keep building it day after day, one little piece at a time. Thank you all so much.
Thanks,
we love
everybody.
you. Thank you, Freak. You too, brother. Bye, everybody.